Hi, everybody. Welcome back to In the Cards and Stars. I'm your host, Britt Madrid Mogensen, and we're going to do a tarot teacap of the VMAs. All right. Because, guys, there was so much going on. There was so much just the drama, the lore, the speculation, the fashion moments. There's a lot to unpack, and I just wanted a place to be able to go through a few of these items on my list with the help of the tarot tea truth. So let's pull some cards and see what's going on. So the first thing we have to talk about, oh my God, before we even get into anything else, is Camila Cabello. I don't want to say I called it, but I'm going to say I called it, okay? Because I did a reading and a whole deep dive really into Shawn and Camila and Sabrina Carpenter, actually 2 episodes. And we talked about it. We talked about it all. We spilled the tea. I looked at the birth charts for Camila and Shawn, and the Virgo new moon that happened on September 2nd and the 2 weeks following, that whole energy took place in Camila Cabello's fifth house, which is ruled by Virgo and contains her north node of destiny. Okay. I predicted that we were going to see a huge new beginning in her creativity, her career, and also in her romantic life. And wouldn't you know, that's what we saw. She closed out a chapter and started a new one. Not only did she dye her hair dark again and went back to her signature look, which I think is just so beautiful on her. I do think she pulled off the blonde too, by the way. I think she looks great both ways, but the dark hair, it's so sultry. It's just so Camila. I saw her perform in person. It was during the Senorita era. And I saw her perform Senorita at South by Southwest or Austin City Limits. Was it Austin City Limits? Sorry, the memory, not so good, but Austin City Limits, I think, and she blew me away. She was so good. She looked so gorgeous. It was this, like, sultry senorita vibe. She was wearing red and black, and I just remember being like, "Oh my god, she's just stunning." And I just saw that again. I saw her light come back. I saw her authentic expression come back, and all of her posts, I was just living for them. Like, in the days that followed the VMAs, she was like, "I held a funeral," like, talking about her funeral dress. She was like, "I held a funeral for all of, like, the BS, basically all the drama," and it was so funny because I was obviously seeing other posts that were like, Sabrina saying about Camila, Shawn saying about Camila, and Camila was just like, "I'm holding a funeral for all this garbage, leave me alone." She even performed within a glass case. So anyway, I just had to bring it up, and I wanna pull a card to see how she's feeling now, how she's feeling post Virgo new moon, all of it. I also wanna see how she felt when she saw Shawn, how she felt when she saw Sabrina, how they interacted. We didn't get any of that info, but we do have the tarot tea to clarify some things. With the headlines leave out, we'll get into. And this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only. Little disclaimer before we get going, but let's talk about it. Okay. So, how did Camila feel, first of all, going into the VMAs? How did she feel at the very beginning going into the VMAs? And I already have goosebumps, by the way. So, I'm like tapped into some sort of energy here happening. How did Camila feel at the very beginning? I'm talking like before she went in on the red carpet. What was her energy like? King of Cups. Ooh, she felt that soulmate around her. That soulmate she was having a funeral for. Um, we're just gonna be real here. King of Cups. This is Shawn, 1000%. This is emotion. Oh my God. And you guys, if you saw that video that I did about, which I'll link below. I'll write it in the description of this so that you can watch it if you haven't. I talk a lot about Camila and Shawn's shared Pisces South node. He, like, to her, he is this Pisces energy of drowning in deep wells of emotion. They also have a past life connection. So this is like just in your subconscious, just like, ugh, you know what I mean? You're just like, you're in there, you're lost, you're drowning in these deep waters, and that's your south node. And if you don't balance that out, I mean, you literally will just lose yourself to the south node, especially because Pisces is, Neptunian energy. It's like you can just get delusional, and the illusions can start to like take you away from your reality. Addictions are ruled by Pisces. So with Virgo being her north node, she needs to be grounded. So anyway, it's weird to me that we get the card King of Cups, which is associated with the Pisces card. This is a Pisces energy card. There's even a fish around the King of Cups neck. So I'm kind of honestly like freaked out. I knew we were tapping in when I got my goosebumps. So anyway, yes, she I digress. She was thinking about the King of Cups. She was thinking about Shawn. You know, how could she not, right? That was kind of like the biggest thing going on at the moment. As much as she and I'm not saying that's love, by the way. I'm just saying like that is how that was what was on her mind, and how could it not be? Let's get bottom of the deck what we're not seeing about this situation. What's deeper about this? Not the Hermit card, not the Virgo card. Guys, we literally have you must refer back to that other video now if you haven't seen it yet, because this is just too wild. So you guys can geek out with me. We literally have the King of Cups, which is what she's thinking about, the Pisces South Node energy. She knows she's seeing Shawn. She knows he's going to sing some song that's about her, because typical. She knows that she's going to sing a song telling him Godspeed, F off. Okay. And what we don't see is the Hermit card, bottom of the deck, is the Virgo North Node that is emerging, the light in the darkness. The Virgo Hermit card is holding a light. Okay. In some tarot decks, it's depicted by a lantern, which is basically just you being the way shower, shining the light. Virgo is the card of, or the energy of the maiden, but it's also the energy of the solid, independent female. The Virgo has a lot of lore. If you ever like want to deep dive into Virgo and look into it, Virgin is something that it was like kind of associated with, but that really is more about the Virgo being independent. Virgo is self-possessed sign, okay? And there's a lot of misconception about what, the virgin thing means, the maiden thing means. Like I said, it would be a whole thing we could get into. But essentially, Virgo is the independent, strong goddess that doesn't need anything or anyone outside of itself. The Virgo carries its own light, okay? This hermit card, solitary, solitude. So, what we don't see is this inner strength, this tapping into her Virgo North node of not needing the drama, not needing the Pisces South node anymore, not needing the King of Cups anymore. She was being aware of him. It was on her mind, because how could it not be, right? She knew she was gonna see him. She's kinda, like, dreading, just kinda dreading some of it a little bit, I'm feeling like. But deep down, she was wearing the funeral dress. She knew she looked good. She knew she was gonna sing Godspeed, and she knew that, this is really how she feels. She is shining her own light now, truly tapped into her North Node. I mean, this is cool. Like, she's there. She is starting a new chapter, and I bet this lunar eclipse in Pisces this week. And if you haven't yet, you got to join my membership over on YouTube so that you guys can learn a little bit more about some of the astrological events. I do like members only live streams when we have different like eclipses, new moons, full moons, things like that. But in a nutshell, I mean, with that lunar eclipse happening, with her south node in Pisces, that is really eclipsing out any remaining energy that's been dragging her down. She's truly shedding a layer. I mean, this has been a huge month for her. And with the North Node being in Virgo, opposite that South Node energy, I mean, this is only going to propel her as she sheds the Pisces confusion and any of the lingering whatevers. Maybe she had to have some conversations with Shawn following this event. But the more she sheds that, the more she's going to be pushing towards her North Node of fulfillment, destiny. It's going to be really good for her. She's entering a really good era. Okay. We love to see it. Oh, this tea is crazy. Okay. How did she feel when she saw Sabrina? Allegedly, for entertainment purposes only. How did Camila feel when she saw Sabrina? Oh, we pulled two cards. We're going to take them both. Okay. So I pulled the Star and the Knight of Cups reversed. Interesting. So the Knight of Cups reversed, this is obviously the card of romance. Very interesting. Because this is seeing Sabrina as I mean, this is honestly kind of the song taste. It's like I just got goosebumps seeing her as someone who had a connection with I mean, with someone that she once looked at as her knight in shining armor. Knight of Cups is the knight in shining armor, the fairy tale card. In reverse, This is having true clarity around the fact that, like, that wasn't a fairy tale, that wasn't her fairy tale, and it wasn't Sabrina's fairy tale. This is in reverse. Kind of this recognition of what she's also been through and experienced. I think that was on her mind when she, saw her. I think that's what she was kind of thinking about. I mean, how could you not? Again, then we have the star card reverse. Now, this is interesting. I'm surprised that this came in reverse. This is basically seeing Sabrina's light, seeing her as this like beautiful, amazing, star, thinking that she was going to perform so well and thinking that she looks so beautiful. But in reverse, this is also seeing something that we don't see. There's something about, let's get a clarifier. What is that? Why was the star card? Oh my God. I'm like dropping all the cards. What the heck, you guys? Okay. Why was the star card in reverse when she saw, talked to, thought about Sabrina? Allegedly for entertainment purposes, of course. Why did the star card come in reverse? Ace of Wands, passion. One more. I need another clarifier here. 10 of Swords. Ooh, okay. This is interesting. This is interesting. And we'll pull Sabrina's perspective as well. But she actually saw Sabrina as being more heartbroken and more intimidated, maybe, about the situation. I think it was a body language thing. I think that she's because we have the star card reverse. So the star in the upright is like shining bright, being the center of attention, feeling confident. Now, from what I could see, at home, watching on my iPhone, I thought that Sabrina looked super confident. First of all, she looked beautiful. Fun fact, did you guys know that she was wearing a dress that was actually worn by Fran Drescher on the hit 90s sitcom, The Nanny Named Fran? Which if you guys haven't seen that, oh my God, please, you can watch it on YouTube. It's good old fashioned 90s fun. She wore I think it was Bob Mackie dress that Fran wore. Fun fact, I love it. Anyway, so she looked gorgeous. I absolutely loved her dress. Couldn't have looked better, in my opinion. And then when she performed, couldn't have looked better. Loved everything about it. In reverse, though, there was something about her that Camila saw that she thought she looked a little bit nervous or something. And if we look at the explanation for that, it's because Ace of Wands cards are falling on the floor. Okay, confirmation, and 10 of Swords. I think that the Shawn Mendes situation shook Sabrina Carpenter more than I actually got goosebumps like on my face, on my arms. So confirmation, more than we knew, more than any of us really thought. I think that sometimes when a connection is based on like, I don't know, like a major crush, I just feel like Sabrina really felt sad after like the whole thing. I think she felt rejected. Have you guys seen there's this one clip. I will try to find it and put it in here. There's this one clip that I saw online. I believe Sabrina is talking to Amelia de Moldenberg. I think she's being interviewed by her. She's on the red carpet and she sees Shawn Mendes and she looks over at him and then she like flips her hair and like tries to be like nonchalant, like, oh, like I wasn't looking at him. But it's like someone who has such a big crush. And I think that Camila could see that Sabrina was nervous. I think Sabrina was nervous. I don't know. We're going to pull some cards for Sabrina to see how she really felt. Maybe this was just Camila's perception, but she felt that Sabrina was nervous to perform this song in front of Shawn, who was a 10 of Swords, Ace of Wands for her. You can sing this song and you can be sultry and you can be saucy and you can be mad and whatever, like to everybody else. But then when you perform this in front of that person, I'm sure it's like a little bit like, I don't know. I feel like that would be pretty nerve wracking if it was really about, somebody that you're seeing. You're like, oh my God, this is like so awkward. Okay. Anyway, interesting. Did Sabrina allegedly for entertainment purposes, did Sabrina and Camila interact? Did they say hello? Did they chat? Did they hang out? Let's just see. The sun card. Yes. Okay, I think they did, which I'm so happy to see that. Because I mean, I saw other photos of them prior to the release of Taste. where they were like hugging and stuff. So they're definitely still on good terms. The Sun card, very positive, on good terms. Like, yes, they definitely hung out, chit chatted. It was like a good vibe between them. Okay, we love to see that. Women supporting women, very important. I don't think they were the problem. Okay, now let's move on to Sabrina's perspective. How did Sabrina, allegedly for entertainment purposes only, how did Sabrina feel towards, well, let's just see, how did she feel about the night in general? Was Camila picking up on some nervousness? Was that accurate? How was Sabrina feeling about the night? The chariot. Oh my God, you guys. Okay. This is her, and this is Camila, and this is Shawn. There's one person who's at the helm of the chariot, and then there are two people in the front. This is the triangulation of it all. Yeah, I think that she was thinking about them. She was thinking, what are they going to think? This was so real, you guys. I honestly think that so many times a lot of these songs and stories are like made up for the plot. This one was not. I think this one was very genuine. And I think it almost happened so fast that it was a little bit like, I think it was nerve wracking to sing this song in front of her. And I think that Camila also wrote Godspeed pretty quickly. I think this was like a raw emotion. Wow. This was like we really were seeing it play out. Okay. It wasn't dull, was it? I mean, this had to be one of the most watched VMAs. Okay. How okay, how was it Sabrina allegedly feeling? Okay, we're gonna take it. We're gonna take these. Feeling towards Shawn. The hanged man in reverse. Finally feeling like she knows how she wants to act around him. It's like feeling for so long like she didn't know what to say, didn't know what to do, but now she does. She's out of the hanged man energy. That's in reverse. She's like, it's go time, baby. The justice card, balanced, strong. She knows how to approach him. She was feeling on her game. No longer was she like the shy, nervous person that he used to kind of make her feel. Like, I think she used to feel very nervous around him, kind of shy, like not wanting to be too, kind of in your head, like when you're young and you have a really big crush. She's over that now. She's over that. Now she's like confident. I love it. And then we also have the Knight of Swords. Ooh, we know that Sabrina is very quippy, very witty. I think that she was, do I think she talked to him? Absolutely. I think she did. Knight of Swords. I think she went up to him. I think she was confident, balanced, justice card. I think she diffused the awkwardness. I think she made a joke. And I think she left his head spinning. Okay. And we love to see it. That's so Sabrina. Okay. Amazing. And then, of course, we have to pull some cards on Shawn. But how was Shawn feeling going into this VMAs? He brought his sister, which I think was really sweet, really appropriate. I do think he needed a little bit of sibling support. This was going to be quite the night. He knew that both Camila and Sabrina were performing songs that had to do with him and his relationship with them. So, how was he feeling going into the night? How was Shawn feeling? Allegedly, of course. The Fool in Reverse. Oh my God. Oh my God, in reverse. This is kind of sad. He used to feel like fresh and like a new beginning and like excited to see people and all that. And this is kind of like jaded. The Fool in Reverse. This is jaded. This is jaded energy. It's like I don't feel that like sense of, newness and freshness anymore. It's kind of like I don't know, like it didn't feel the same. Usually the Fool card, it's like so excited to be there. I definitely think there was some stress. Let's get a clarifier. Ooh, cards are flipping. There was some energy there for sure. 10 of Cups. Of course, he was thinking about Camila. My God. Shawn. The reason that he wasn't feeling like the Fool card, he wasn't feeling happy and excited, is because he was thinking about 10 of Cups. He was thinking about Camila. He knew he was going to see her. He knew that she was going to sing probably a song that, was about, he figured it was going to be Godspeed. And yeah, it was making him feel like an ending rather than a new beginning, not excited. Did Shawn talk to Camila? Allegedly, for entertainment purposes, did Shawn talk to Camila? 7 of Swords. I'm going to say no. He slipped out. Look at this person. They're wearing all black. They are taking their swords, which is communication, and they are running. If he did, it was brief. And this is like, oh, "Oh my gosh, hold on, I'll catch up with you in a second. I just saw somebody to go talk to," or like, "Oh my gosh, like, hey, good to see you. I'm gonna run to the restroom real quick. Don't move." And it's like, you leave. Like, this is slipping out the back, slipping out the side. That's unfortunate. Wow. Okay. You know what? Teach their own. Did Shawn talk to Sabrina? Oh, wait, we already saw that. Yes, she went up to him and said what she said. Okay. That's that for them. We're going to move on. I could just read on them this whole entire episode. A little wild. So, how is Camila feeling now? Like on the other side of all of this? How is she feeling now? I don't remember if I did that before. Let's just pull that. How's she feeling now on the other side of all this? 9 of Pentacles. Yes, I love this, you guys. 9 of Pentacles. This is a wish fulfillment. Look at this lady. She's got all of her pentacles. She's got her money. She's got her champagne. She did what she did. She said what she said, and she feels fulfilled and happy and excited about life. This is when you can look in the mirror and you can look yourself right in the eyes and say, you did it. Like, this is like feeling so proud of yourself and being in a really good place. I love this so much, you guys. This is just like such a good positive energy. She did it. She stepped into her Virgo North node. It's so good. Okay. How did Sabrina feel after her performance? And how does she feel now about that whole situation between Shawn and Sabrina and Camila? How does Sabrina feel about her performance, about everything else? Let's see about her performance specifically. How did she feel about her performance? Knight of Swords, not the Knight of Swords again. This is very pointed, very direct. This is a communicator. I think she feels like she gave it her all and she did what she came to do. Yeah, she feels good about it. Knight of Swords. She this is specifically communication, like with your mouth. Like I think that she felt like she hit the marks that she needed to hit. Very pointed. She said what she wanted to say to Shawn because we also pulled the Knight of Swords for her communication with him. I think there was something that she had rehearsed or thought of. I mean, she's so witty, right? She's so funny. There was, when you think about what you're gonna say, like maybe I don't know, like when you're in high school or something, and someone breaks up with you, and you think about what you're gonna say the next time you see them. You're gonna be cool, and you're gonna be like, witty and like leave them wanting more or whatever. Like that's like what this is to me. Not that it's like a high school thing, but this feels like she thought it out, and she had been thinking about the time she was gonna see him again, and she was gonna get to say this and she was gonna be looking good. And she was, and she said it, and she performed her heart out, and she was really proud. I love it. We're gonna leave that there. Okay, so Taylor Swift, who I thought looked amazing in Dior, was it? She looks fabulous. How did Taylor feel that night? She looked so confident on the red carpet. And I don't know, she accepted some awards as always. She just swept up those awards. How did she feel at the VMAs? How did she feel about being there? Just in general, I'm just curious. Allegedly for entertainment purposes, how did Taylor feel about being at the VMAs and the whole experience in general? The Magician. Yep, that checks out. She felt good. She felt in her element. She is the magician. She is a master manifester. She had manifested all of these awards, and the magician is really like in control. You can make anything happen. I think she was in her element. She felt really good. She felt good about herself. She felt beautiful. She felt confident. She liked her outfit. She was having fun with her friends. She just felt like, yeah, the magician, like so confident, so fulfilled, so satisfied. I love this. I really love this. I mean, no clarifier needed. This is so good. Taylor was in her magician vibe. Mwah. What about Katy Perry? So Katy Perry accepted the Vanguard Award and performed amid controversy that continues to swirl about Dr. Luke. Unfortunately, when she was asked about the whole situation of working with producer Dr. Luke, who there's a whole controversial thing about him. If you guys have not heard about that, I do encourage you to look it up and see, what is out there. I haven't done enough research to report on it accurately, and I don't want to misquote anything, but it's a very serious situation that has to do with some triggering dark themes around his involvement with Kesha and It's just that kind of stuff you hear about happening in Hollywood. It's like everyone's worst nightmare, basically, what happened with that, allegedly. Again, I'm not quite sure about the court case and how that all panned out, but it was very, very sad and very dark situation. Now, people have been very confused about why Katy Perry would work with Dr. Luke after all of that controversy, all of those horrible things that took place allegedly, and why she would be involved with him again. I know she worked with him in the past, but not only to work with him again, but to produce a song called Woman's World. I mean, how tone deaf can we be? What? Like, you're gonna work with someone who's been accused of crimes against women for a song called Woman's World? Anyway, I'm shocked as well. But it's very disappointing that when Alex Cooper from Call Her Daddy asked her about the whole situation, she kind of danced around it. And I liked her speech, but I don't like what she did with Dr. Luke. How did she actually feel going to the VMAs? How did she feel? Her outfit was interesting as well. It was a very wet look. I would say she's one of my worst dressed, just to be real. Yeah. Okay. Seven of Swords, stop it. I got the same energy from Shawn. This is wanting to just slip out under cover of night. I don't think she felt great. I don't think she was feeling amazing about anything. I mean, and Swords, this is communication. I feel like it was a struggle for her to be there. I just think that she just is like, people are saying stuff to her. There's controversy. I don't think she feels great about her women's world. It didn't really go well. She accepted the award, but I think a lot of people were questioning why she received the award. Um, yeah, I don't think she felt at the top of her game. Seven of Swords, wanting to slip out the back as soon as possible. I think she was just in her heart of hearts, whether she did this or not, in her heart of hearts, this is how she felt. She just wished that she didn't have to be there. Oy, okay. Allegedly. Yeah, let's get another one. Okay. And then we have the Three of Wands. This is looking to the future. She was really motivated while she was there to look to the future and produce better music, to do better. She was really observing. She's a triple Scorpio. So Scorpios are really good at like observing what's going on, what works. They're great at like becoming powerful by seeing what is working. And I think she realized, probably with her performance as well, that it was like, okay, wait, this isn't really what people are doing. I think she's going to see what people were doing that was working, like Sabrina Carpenter's performance, Chappell Roan's performance, which was, I think, just very theatrical, very cool. Also, Camila Cabello, how she like was really like in that little glass case and speaking from her heart. And I think Katy Perry is going to shift and adapt her strategy. I think we're going to see her next performances as very different. I think that she might kind of get more with like what people are doing now. You know what I mean? Definitely, like, all the gyrating and, like, the kinda craziness, that was very early 2000s. I think we've changed a lot, and music has evolved, and the performances have evolved in a really good way, I think very artistic and cool, and I think she is, taking that in. We'll just say that. Three of Wands, creativity and creative inspiration was taken from this experience. Okay, interesting. Chappell Roan, last but not least, what the heck happened with all of the controversy about her basically telling, um, the photographer, she's like, "Not me," B-I-T-C-H, like, "Not me," and she, like, yelled at this guy, but then if you watch the full video, he yelled at her first and told her to shut up. I mean, crazy. So, let's just see, I don't know, let's just check in on Chappell Roan. How is she feeling at the start of the event and just the energy around, like, what was going on with that guy? How did Chappell feel at the start of the event? Like, if you watch the full video, though, like, you get it. Like, the guy was really, really rude to her, and she was standing up for herself, essentially. Okay, how did Chappell feel at the beginning of the event? Loved her performance. The Queen of Wands, but in reverse. Okay, so let's start with this, the energy. She's the Queen of Wands, okay? She is the most creative. She is fired up. She is excited about life. She is an artist. She is successful. Like, she truly feels passion from the depths of her spirit about what she performs and what she does, okay? That's authentic. I just got goosebumps saying that, like, truly. She loves making her art, okay? In reverse, this is just still being that person, but being nervous. being a little bit nervous about feeling like this is out of your element. Because I think this is the first time, right, that she's ever performed like a big award show in front of all these other celebrities and stuff. Like, yeah, like this was so this makes sense. Of course, you're gonna be a little nervous. So she still felt like that, but she felt a little bit nervous, a little bit out of her element. Okay. Makes sense. Well, she definitely blew everybody away and did amazing. So hopefully next time that Queen of Wands will be in the upright. But again, no judgment. I mean, I would be shaking in my boots. I think most of us would. All right. What happened? Whoa. What happened? Cards are flying. What happened around that guy? What happened around that photographer that she had that's like little verbal scuffle, that argument with? What happened there? Three of Swords, the heartbreak card. Yeah. She's so tired of it, guys. And she's already said this a million times. She's so tired of it. It has broken her heart, the way that certain people have spoken to her, the way that things have played out, the way that different like people, like, I don't know, like fans and paparazzi, the way that people have talked to her at different times and made her feel like, I don't know, just like her heart's broken. Three of Swords, and she's over it. Three of Swords is also an ending. It broke her heart, and now she is not afraid to draw boundaries. She maybe at one point she was afraid to draw boundaries because this is the ending of something. But yeah, that broke her heart, and now she won't let it happen again. She is going to let people know this is her, and she's going to remain this way based on, again, other people's actions. I think that other people have put her in a position to where she feels she has no choice but to stand up for herself in this way. But underneath it is this Three of Swords sadness. I mean, there's rain on the card. This person is sad. It's an ending. It's the three swords piercing a heart. But yeah, I think she's making choices now based on what she's experienced in the past that has broken her heart. So I get it. Makes sense. Okay, guys, and that is my quick. I know there was so much more to get to. There were so many other celebrities, there were so many other outfits and things to discuss, but we would be here all year. So, that was just kind of like the tea, the top of this the surface of the tea, one quick sip of some of the biggest stories that were circulating about the VMAs. And I hope that you guys like that. And if you did, be sure that you subscribe. Please leave a review if you wouldn't mind. If you liked it, I would love it. It means so much to me. And also, if you guys are listening to this on Spotify, you can go to the Brit Madrid YouTube channel to get even more exclusive videos, tarot tea, celebrity astrology, and, all the works, live streams, all that stuff that we do. All right, guys, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And I will talk to you soon in another video.